Hi, hello, Vanakkam, and welcome to SB Nursing Academy. I am Vidya. Today we are going to see the topic of child health nursing part 2, in which the questions are from the topic of hearing loss, HIV, hypertension, and vision loss. Let us start the class. First question: what is the major effect of hearing loss? The options are: option A, impact on communication; option B, inability to be involved in extracurricular activities; option C, problems with academic success; and option D, inability to develop relationships. Right answer is option A, impact on communication. Communication is the basic thing to do the other activities like develop relationships, academics, and extracurricular activities. So the right answer is option A, impact on communication. Second question: which of the following is not a possible cause of hearing loss? The options are: option A, maternal diabetes; option B, infant head trauma; option C, toxoplasmosis; and option D, maternal herpes. The right answer is option B, infant head trauma. Infant head trauma is the cause related to child. Others like maternal diabetes, maternal herpes, and toxoplasmosis are causes related to maternal problems. So the right answer is option B, infant head trauma. Next question: which type of hearing loss is most common? The options are: option A, conductive; option B, sensory neural; option C, mixed; and option D, total. The correct answer is option B, sensory neural hearing loss. Sensory neural is the common cause of hearing loss. Next question: which severity of hearing loss is a cochlear implant is appropriate for? The options are mild, moderate, severe, and profound. The right answer is option C, severe hearing loss. Severe hearing loss is appropriate for a cochlear implant. Mild type of hearing loss can be improved by hearing aids. Moderate type of hearing loss can be improved by hearing aids or middle ear implants. Profound hearing loss can use cochlear implant but after the surgery and with rehabilitation. So the right answer is option C, severe type of hearing loss is appropriate for a cochlear implant. The next question: what is the main cause of HIV in children? The options are: option A, blood transfusion; option B, IV drug abuse; option C, sexual child abuse; and option D, vertical transmission. The right answer is option D, 95% of pediatric HIV are due to vertical transmission. So the correct answer is vertical transmission, option D. Next question: which type of HIV is most common? The options are: option A, type 1; option B, type 2; option C, both A and B; and option D, none of the above. The right answer is option A, type 1. Type 1 is most common. It spreads worldwide and it is easily transmits from one person to another. But type 2 is found in some parts of West Africa. So the right answer is option A, type 1. Next question: what is the confirmatory test for HIV? The options are: option A, serological test; option B, virological test; option C, both A and B; and option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option B, virological test. There are two types of HIV test. They are serological test and virological test. In serological test, it includes rapid test. So it detects the presence of HIV antibodies, and in HIV antibodies pass from mother to child. Antibodies can stay with child up to 18 months of age. Positive test in child under 18 months is not reliable to confirm infection. So it is not a confirmatory test for HIV infection. In virological test, it includes DNA or RNA PCR. It detects the presence of HIV virus, directly tests presence of virus. Must be conducted after child has stopped breastfeeding for at least 6 weeks. So positive test any age can confirm infection. So this is the confirmatory test for HIV infection, and it can be tested for any age. Next question, according to IMCI, that is Integrated Management of Childhood Illness, all are the danger signs of HIV except options are option A, unable to drink or breastfeed, option B, vomits everything, option C, unconscious, and option D, diarrhea. The right answer is option D, diarrhea. This is the IMCI protocol for sick child, that is from 2 months up to 5 years of age. First point, it indicates the greet the caretaker and check general danger signs, that is unable to drink or breastfeed, vomits everything, convulsions, and lethargic or unconscious. These are the signs, danger signs of HIV children. Then we have to assess main symptoms. The main symptoms are cough or difficult breathing, fever, malnutrition and anemia, check immunizations, diarrhea, ear problems, HIV status and others. These are the main symptoms. So the right answer is option D, diarrhea. Diarrhea is the symptom, that is not a sign. Okay, then we have to refer the child. Urgent, we have to classify according to the color codes, that is urgent, that is red in color, treat in clinic yellow, and treat at home green color. Next question, what is the difference between HIV in young infant and child? The options are option A, young infants can show the signs and symptoms of HIV, option B, young infants do not show the signs and symptoms of HIV and die soon, option C, children do not show the signs and symptoms of HIV and die soon, option D, children can show signs and symptoms of HIV but die soon. The correct answer is option B. Young infants do not show the signs and symptoms of HIV and die soon. Children can show the signs and symptoms of HIV, can go under treatment and live long. Next question, lamivudine comes under which type of drug? The options are option A, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, option B, nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors, option C, non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, and option D, protease inhibitors. The right answer is option A. Lamivudine will comes under nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. There are 4 types of antiretroviral drugs. The first type is nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, that is NSRTI. The medicines are lamivudine, stavudine, zidovudine, didanosine and abacavir. These are the drugs which will comes under NSRTI. Next, nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors, NTRTI. The drugs which comes under NTRTI are tenofovir, disoproxil and fumarate, that is TDF. Next, non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, that is NNRTI. The drugs will comes under NNRTI are nevirapine and efavirenz. That is nevirapine is NVP and efavirenz is EFV. The last one is protease inhibitors, that is PI. The drugs are lopinavir, indinavir, ritonavir, atazanavir and darunavir. The next question is, who are all eligible to initiate ART, that is antiretroviral therapy? The options are option A, children who are all exposed to HIV infection, option B, children who are all classified confirmed HIV infection, option C, both A and B, and option D, none of the above. The right answer is option B, children who are all classified confirmed HIV infection are all eligible to initiate ART. The next question is, the infection that are more frequent and severe in people with low immune power is? The options are option A, hypoimmunologic infection, option B, hyperimmunologic infection, option C, opportunistic infection, and option D, none of the above. The right answer is option C, opportunistic infection. Opportunistic infection are common in HIV infected children due to reduced immune power. So the correct answer is option C, opportunistic infection. Next question, which type of hypertension is an indication of an underlying disease condition in young infants and children? The options are option A, primary hypertension, option B, essential hypertension, option C, postural hypertension, and option D, systemic hypertension. The correct answer is option D, systemic hypertension. Systemic hypertension is uncommon in children and young infants. It denotes the presence of underlying disease condition. It is otherwise called as secondary hypertension. Primary hypertension is common in adolescents. It is otherwise called as essential hypertension. Next question, the BP apparatus cuff should cover what percentage of the distance between acromion and olecranon process? The options are option A 50%, option B 60%, option C 70%, and option D 80%. The right answer is option C 70%. The next question is, what is the common cause of hypertension in early childhood? The options are option A, renal disease, option B, medications, option C, metabolic disorder, and option D, coarctation of aorta. The right answer is option A, renal disease. Renal disease is the most common cause of hypertension in early childhood. Others are rare, and primary hypertension is common in adolescents. The right answer is option A. Next question, hypertension in newborn is most often associated with? The options are umbilical artery catheterization, option B, renal artery thrombosis, option C, both A and B, and option D, none of the above. The right answer is option C, both A and B. Both umbilical artery catheterization and renal artery thrombosis are associated with hypertension in neonates. Next question, what is abnormal proliferation of the developing blood vessels at the junction of vascular and avascular retina? The options are option A, retinal detachment, option B, myopia, option C, hyperopia, and option D, retinopathy of prematurity. The right answer is option D, retinopathy of maturity. Mostly it occurs only in the premature infants. Last question, vision less than 20 degree in sideways is called as what? The options are option A, tunnel vision, option B, partial vision, option C, primary vision, and option D, secondary vision. The right answer is option A, tunnel vision.